Alright, it's a little loud, but I got it running. This is part 2. See? Turbo's moving. Intercooler pipe is done. I got to clean up a little bit over here. Tuck all that, put all that back together. Put this back together. Tuck this. I got to mount this. Fuel pressure's looking good. Blow valve. I had to relocate this because of the turbo. It won't fit on that side. So I relocated it on this side so I can get me an aftermarket one. Put a base map in it. I got to wire up my max solenoid to the Mega Squirt. I just got this kind of hardwired right now. For these 2 lines are going to the wideband. So that's running. Wastegate mounted. So just a little bit of cleanup. Just a little cleanup. Had a little coolant leak coming from this hose, so I'm thinking I'm gonna replace this hose or get a better clamp because it was dripping down. I just tightened it up a little bit. The clamp is skipping, so I know I need to change that out. I'm just bleeding out the system now. So temperature is good. It's been running for a few minutes. I got the heat on, so heat is coming through. I had to mess with the map a little bit to get it to idle. It still needs a little bit of cleanup. You know, make it go from 14.8 to 5.2 instead of going to 13. Just to clean it up a little bit more on the idle situation. On the fuel table, I'm gonna mess with that a little bit. Most likely the tuner is gonna deal with that. I just wanted to run so I can at least bleed out the system. Vacuum's looking good. I put the small wheel on there. I'm gonna change out this wheel, but just for now I just got to disconnect. Short shifter. So, you know, just doing everything I need to do. I made the custom exhaust. So I'm waiting for the muffler tip to come in so I can finally weld the rest of the muffler on there so I can actually drive it. I can drive it in its current state, but I'm not trying to at this time until I can get it, you know, the muffler all situated and finalized, putting the muffler on there, welded up. There's no point of doing it, driving it, and then have to jack it back up on all 4 jack stands and do all that stuff, move all this junk I have on top of it off. So I'm just going to do one final, once I get the muffler, should come here on Thursday, I'm going to weld that up and go from there. This is the budget build. This is a part 2 of the budget build. Everything was done in this garage. Everything was done in this garage. I got 1200cc injectors for E35. That's something I already had. eBay turbo. I got a tile wastegate 44 millimeter. I went and got a whole kit of stainless steel from eBay, and I just cut them up, made it work. This is just some old piping that I had that I re-welded back. So the welds are not that clean, but I'm not the best aluminum welder or stainless welder at that. But, you know, there's no leaks. Everything's working. You know, intercooler is mounted on there. Intercooler is looking good on it. So it's a 2.8 with a 140 millimeter MLS head gasket, ARP head studs, fuel pressure regulator, air motor fuel pressure regulator, towel blow-off valve, towel wastegate, GT3582R 63 AR housing for the exhaust. So it's gonna really spool up pretty quick. I got the wideband AEM wideband on there. And I got a Mega Squirt plug and play MS3 Pro. So that's pretty much it. CX Racing intercooler. There's some intercooler piping that I welded with my own machine. So this is a 318 with a 2.8 swap in it. So it's not overheating. It sounds good. Not overheating. I put the M3 cluster on it, that's why it's showing so many miles. This car doesn't have